Yeah. Come on, let's go.
You ought to be a scarecrow.
We got things to do. I got a kid to get home to.
These are good.
I always don't look out. Come on, Larry.
Yeah, I'm gonna call us to order. Ready for a roll call?
Yes, sir. Chairman Smith.
Here.
Mrs. Black.
Here.
Mr. Connor.
Here.
Mr. Daugherty.
Here.
Mr. Groen.
Here.
Mrs. Haddon.
Here.
Mrs. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Keene.
Here.
Mrs. Schaefer.
She's here. She back here.
Here. Let's
Okay.
go. Say here. Say here.
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 Mr. Slater. Here. Ms. Thomas.
Here.
Superintendent Dr. Robertson.
Here.
Okay, I need a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Motion.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? No?
I would like to move for 5.104 policy to move that from to first reads.
So you want to add policy 5.1042 to that list of first reads?
Yes, I'm just moving it up to the first reads.
Okay, so we are amending the budget. Okay.
Well, that's
Not
what
amending the budget.
Well, we are, but,
You're amending the agenda?
yeah, the agenda, excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're just moving it up
Okay.
there to the first reads.
So I need a second to Felice's motion to move.
Second.
Okay, got a second? Okay. So roll call, Mary?
Mrs. Black.
Yes.
Mr. Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Daugherty.
Yes.
Mr. Groen.
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon.
Yes.
Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Keene.
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer.
Yes.
Mr. Slater.
Yes.
Ms. Thomas.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. Okay, no executive session takes us down to our pledge and meditation. Mr. Moreno, East Ridge High School. Welcome, sir.
Hey there, good evening, buenas noches. My name is Juan Moreno, the proud principal of East Ridge High School. Taking this opportunity to just thank you for the work that you do, any opportunity that we can put our students in front of you, because of course, any decision you make will affect them and then every other student in Hamilton County. I kind of want to give them the opportunity to be showcased and celebrated. So can I please get my students to come up here? They're going to be doing the pledge and also just a brief commentary about just their daily life, what they're proud of, what they love, what they like. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is appropriate for all veterans to salute during the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Nehemiah Gabriel Vasquez, and I'm here proudly representing East Ridge High School. I would like to thank you all for all that you do, and I just want to talk a little bit about East Ridge High School as a whole. East Ridge High School is not just a place of education, but rather a place where character and leadership is created within students and services instilled within them. Engage, relate, honor, and serve are words that we don't just plaster on the front door of our schools just for the looks of it, but rather the principles that we as a community at our school choose to uphold. We engage in classroom activities and school activities. We relate through the connections that we form with other peers and teachers and other mentors. We honor by upholding integrity and respecting all of those in our community and outside, and we provide service both in our own school community and the greater community. We, as students, are encouraged to show the Pioneer Ps. There are 3 Pioneer Ps, which are productive, professional, and polite, and these are the pillars of which each of us students uphold and also choose to guide our own presentation, not only to ourselves or to our teachers, but to our greater community. And to be a pioneer is to lead, and that is through academic excellence and achieving things beyond the classroom. And with that, that is all that I have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amilet Ramirez, and I'm currently taking clinical internship, which is a class that teaches like hands-on things in the medical field. And I'm glad that we have this institute in our school because it allows us to have many opportunities. As the upcoming week on Monday, we're going to be able to go to Erlanger and have like a more hands-on and actually like view how everything is in a hospital, clinical area. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cadet Captain Witherow, or more formally known as Saya Witherow. I'm representing ROTC as a part of my school and just how it's impacted and changed my life. A great part of ROTC is my story doesn't start out like everyone else is here. Everyone else here is like 4 years and 3 years behind me, but I came in, I'm a senior in ROTC, but I joined my sophomore year. And the moment I joined, it's impacted me. It's enabled me to be able to speak. It's enabled me to be able to persevere. It's enabled me to be able to overcome challenges in my life, not just through motivation, but through discipline as well, too. It's taught me there's an order in life. It's been able to give me structure through everything I've done. There's even a time period of a point where I left ROTC for a minute, but because of how much I loved it, because of what it instilled in me, I came back to school. I was a program called University High, which is, I don't know if any of you were familiar with it. It's at UTC or whatnot. And it was an amazing opportunity there, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I felt back and called to ROTC, and it led me. And one thing that ROTC taught me is to go with my gut. It taught me to keep going no matter what. It has taught me to overcome obstacles at hand, and it's taught me that discipline and motivation will get you a long way in life. And just for that, I'm super thankful for it. We're super thankful for everything you guys do to support our school and all the decisions that you guys make, and that's what I'm here to say. Thank you guys so much.
Good evening. My name is Georgia Clemens, and I want to say I hope y'all are doing well today. I want to thank y'all for inviting us. I'm a junior, upcoming senior, and while being at East Ridge for the past 3 years, it has given me a whirlwind and completely different from my middle school, I'll say. But I have felt throughout that I've changed into a more disciplined, responsible, and dedicated leader. It has helped me, I want to say more into JRTC, but school-wide, it's helped me become a better person with working and getting to know people. I've stepped up, and it just became a big change for me, and I'm very thankful for everything that my school has provided for me. It has provided a home I never thought I could have, and it's helped me change my train of thought into thinking, how can I serve others? And one thing is that I'm really thankful for is our school and our staff. I have never loved the staff as much as I do, especially like Colonel Irvin over there, our SAI. He brings a lot, and just in general, I don't think I would want to go into any other county. All right, thank you.
Good job. Thank you. Hello, Warren. Good. How are you? Okay, thank you. East Ridge High School. Amazing stuff going on out there. Okay, we lost an icon in Hamilton County and Chattanooga over the last month or so, and I think it's fitting that tonight we only have one exemplars of excellence, and we're going to remember and celebrate Dr. Tommy Brown. So, Miss Jackie, lead us in this celebration, if you would.
Before I get started, I'd just like to ask everyone to just say a moment of silence, of prayer for Dr. Tommy Brown, who left us about 3 weeks ago. And so we could just take a moment to say, take a moment of silent prayer. Thanks. Thank you. I'm a little hoarse today, you all, not normal, but I'm gonna do my best. Pretty sure you're gonna hear me though. I want you to listen as I take you through a story, timeline of history, Chattanooga's history, our black history, through the eyes of a little black girl. 1983, little black girl getting off a Greyhound bus with a 12-inch color TV in one hand and a college trunk in the other, ready and excited to explore this UTC higher learning of education, only to be disappointed in the culture in which she found existed, a culture which was different from the educational leadership that she had seen, yet hopeful of the change to come. And there she was, from afar, a woman who was talked about among the black campus students, someone who looked like them, talked like them, educated and wise beyond her years, a role model to follow. She was head of the social work department, only one of 2 black professors on the campus of UTC. Her name was Dr. Tommy F. Brown, and everyone knew it, and unbeknownst to her and the city of Chattanooga, she would become our hero of change. We saw you, Dr. Tommy Brown. So as I begin the story of where our lives intertwined, I must go to show you where she first began. She was a graduate of Howard High School and pursued a higher learning education from Dillard University, where she would learn to embark on service and leadership opportunities by joining the first African-American Greek sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, in 1956, making her a part of the Divine Nine, Greek fraternities and sororities whose purpose taught friendship, sisterhood, brotherhood, leadership, and most of all, service to all mankind. With that degree in hand, she returned to Chattanooga, joining the NAACP, and became a major civic engager, helping to protect and prepare Howard students for the 1960 lunch sit-ins. Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. As change continued to happen around her, she was once again chosen to participate in what was known as the 1970 Model City Program, a District 7 Community Development Administration, which was considered an urban renewal initiative, whose focus was to improve what they referred to as a model neighborhood area, provide economic development, health, social service, education, housing, and several other services to communities that were considered economically disadvantaged. She took her seat at the table. Dr. Tommy Brown, we saw you. In 1971, she became the first black tenure-track faculty member at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Dr. Brown, again, we saw you. She would eventually develop and become the lead administrator of the UTC Social Work Department, where her long life of teaching, mentoring, would begin, and hence our lives would intertwine. Dr. Tommy Brown, we saw you. In 1987, Dr. Brown will become the lead plaintiff of 12 Chattanooga residents who successfully filed a lawsuit against the city of Chattanooga. It would be known as the Brown versus Board of Commission of Chattanooga. The lawsuit was a remnant of the Jim Crow era, in which it made it almost impossible for a minority candidate to win a seat on the board. In 1989, a federal judge ruled the voting procedure was illegal and against the Voting Rights Act of 1965. In 1991, a new era of city leadership began. If it had not been for the efforts of Dr. Brown and 12 other plaintiffs, there would be no city councilmen or women. There would be no Lehman Pierces. There would be no Yusefa Kings. There would be no Johnny Taylors. There would be no William Cottons. There would be no Sir Daniel Thomas. There would be no Manny Rico. There would be no Duke Franklins. There would be no Isaiah Hesters. There would be no Dennis Clarks, no Ron Elliots, no Demetrius Coonrod, no Marvin Knowles, and no Raquita Dudley, and many other city councilmen, city council women. There would be none if the laws had not changed of the era with Dr. Brown and the 12 other plaintiffs. She also supported the first black female county commissioner, Dr. Reverend Sheila Harris. So Dr. Brown, we say to you, we saw you. As Dr. Brown would continue her work of advocacy, she would start a new chapter, which included that of being a legislator. In 1992, she was elected as the first black female representative of the 28th District of the Tennessee House of Representatives, representing the district for 20 years. Dr. Tommy Brown, we saw you. In 1993, during her time as a legislator, she developed the 28th District CDC, a community development corporation focusing on bringing affordable housing within the community. In spite of the changes that had taken place, Dr. Brown was not even finished then. She found herself instrumental in what is known as the Brian A. lawsuit, the Brian A. versus Haslam, a class action lawsuit brought against the Tennessee Department of Children's Services due to the severe neglect of the foster care system. She continued to advocate for the most vulnerable children, showing those who worked in the system that she would use her voice to lead the way to change once again. She would protect them and the children. She protected people such as Sherman Matthews, Quinston Coleman, Emmett Terry, Wilma Wiley, Pam Ramsey, and many others who had dedicated their lives to the service of children and wanted to see change. She also mentored people throughout her life. She mentored the Kevin Muhammads, the Eric Atkinson, the Charlotte Williamson. She mentored many people and talked to many other young people, even the Jackie Thomases, to how to speak and speak well. And when you speak, speak loud. Make sure they hear you. Make sure they understand your perspective and where you come from. Dr. Tommy Brown, we saw you. Had Dr. Tommy Brown not been seen at the university, given a seat at various tables, unafraid to lead, that little black girl of 1983 that got off that Greyhound bus, and those little black girls years before her and after would not have been able to see someone that looked like them, that advocated for equal opportunity, treatment, and respect for all. She helped mold this woman, me, into the person I am today. She was a change maker, and because of her, Chattanooga's history changed. Dr. Tommy Brown, we saw you. We know the assignment of service to all mankind. So today, we will give you your final march of little black girls and of color, of all colors. We say, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you.
Today, we're not just talking, we're testifying. Because being a black woman, woo, that ain't just a title. It's a whole experience, a legacy, a lineage of pain, power, beauty, brilliance, survival, and straight up divine energy. We went from being sold on blocks to owning entire boardrooms, from picking cotton to designing luxury, from being silenced to commanding stages, companies, and countries, and yet through it all, we still make it look like magic. We are the blueprint, period. The world loves to copy us, mock us, block us, until they need us. And guess what? We show up every time as mothers, CEOs, doctors, business owners, healers, philanthropists, teachers, lovers, sisters, aunties, grandmothers. We do it all, and we do it while carrying generations on our backs. And don't get it twisted. It's not just about what we do. It's who we are. It's our presence, our pride, our poise, that unshakable, untouchable essence that can't be bought, taught, or duplicated. So if you're a black woman listening right now, I need you to hear this. You are phenomenal, not because of what you survived, but because of what you built from it. You turned pain into purpose, struggle into strategy, and silence into symphonies. Baby, you are the walking definition of power. And if you've ever felt unseen, unprotected, underappreciated, let me remind you, the fact that you're still standing, still shining, that's your proof. You are the dream your ancestors prayed for. This is Real Talk with China Styles. And today, we salute the legacy, the labor, and the luxury of being a black woman. Phenomenal ain't just a word. It's our birthright.
You ain't never met a woman like me, dripping in power, dripping in queen. Every step I take, the world gotta pause, 'cause when I walk in, I rewrite the laws. I got gold in my skin, got fire in my soul, move like a goddess, yeah, that's how I roll. From my hips to my crown, I don't break, I don't bend. They try to copy, but they can't comprehend. I built empires, I birthed kings, walk through the storm, still do big things. They love my curves, they love my stance, they love my magic, it's a whole romance. You can never. I don't chase, I don't fold, I don't bow, I don't break. You can try, you can watch, but you'll never take my place. Stamp that. I'm a phenomenal black woman, built from the best. Walk with grace, move with finesse, drip like diamonds, shine like gold. If you didn't know, baby, now you know. I'm a phenomenal black woman, top tier, unmatched. When I step in, the whole world reacts. Ain't no stopping, ain't no doubt. Been that, that's word of mouth. Within it, they just catching up. Every shade, every hue, every tone. Melanin rich, built straight from the throne. They try to mimic, but they lack the shine. 'Cause what we got, it's one of a kind. Ain't no struggle that could break my stride. Ain't no limits when I set my sights. I take up space, I own my name. If you forgot, let me say it again. Oh, they heard you now. Black like honey, sweet but strong. Black like magic, been here all along. Black like history, black like grace. Black like power, you can't erase. Give them chills, bestie. Make it older, make it bigger. I'm a phenomenal black woman, built from the best. Walk with grace, move with finesse. Drip like diamonds, shine like gold. If you didn't know, baby, now you know. I'm a phenomenal black woman, top tier, unmatched. When I step in, the whole world reacts. Ain't no stopping, ain't no doubt. We've been that, that's word of mouth. I don't wait, I don't beg, I don't move for less. Been sitting first class, ain't no second guess. A black woman's grace, that's a force, that's a sign. A beauty so rare, it transcends time.
She was a change maker, Dr. Tommy F. Brown. We saw you. Phenomenal woman, Dr. Tommy F. Brown. We saw you.
Okay. You got it?
AKA Pearl, Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. Mother figure, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. Educator, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. Social worker, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. Advocate, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. Friend, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. NC 100 BW, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you. Mentor, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you.
Legislator, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, we saw you.
This was Dr. Tommy Brown School, Tommy F. Brown Academy. And I really like to thank the girls as well as their mothers and the principal, Roxanne Anthony, for participating and help us show who Dr. Brown was and the school that she still was so really overwhelmed. She loved the school, she loved the girls, and she loved to participate in the school as long as she was healthy enough to do so. So thank you, ladies. We appreciate you. And before I end, I would like to also say, Dr. Tommy Brown was a person, if you know her, she was very inclusive of everyone, but she did advocate for herself and those that were in need. And as I say, it is a reason why other black children, I was that little black girl. I needed to see someone that looked like me. And I did, and I saw a great person. I saw that phenomenal woman. I saw that educator. And even though I did not realize it till many years later, I look at my life and I see what I do, and even though I had various mentors, my life mirrors Dr. Tommy Brown. She was an educator. She was a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha. She was a social worker. She was an advocate. She was a mother figure. She was a friend. All of these things I am. And yet, not intentionally, but sometimes when you see people that look like you and do things that you find that to be exceptional, you want to be those things, and it comes naturally for you to follow in their footsteps. So I say to all Americans, even though this is Black History Month, and Black History Month is every month for me, it has been designated for that, but this phenomenal woman, Dr. Tommy F. Brown, made changes in this city of Chattanooga and has made all of us proud, not just for African Americans, but for everyone. Thanks.
So they can get your face. Hold your sign down so they can see your face. There you go.
Yeah. Are we supposed to sit or stand? Are we supposed to sit or stand? Oh, yeah, because you're holding on to that.
Should we sit? Should we sit?
We sit? Okay.
Thank you, ladies. hands. Come around this way and shake hands. Oh, well. Shake hands. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Anthony. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You guys did great.
Thank you.
I like how you walked in.
Great job. Great job. Great job.
Spilled that all over.
Great job. Thank you. Great job.
Thank
Great job.
Oh, yeah.
Great job. Great job.
I don't know how you follow that. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Okay, our board member disclaimer statement. I believe we have just one.
I had to get myself together. Jackie got me emotional.
Yeah,
If you ever encounter Dr. Brown,
that's right.
that was a force.
Yep, that's right.
Hey, whew. I declare that I have a relative who works for the school system and that the board's vote on budget, policies, etc. may have an effect on my relative's employment. Even so, I hereby certify that I will cast my vote in the best interest of the school system.
Okay, thank you. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, any items to be pulled? Seeing none, roll call.
Mrs. Black?
Yes.
Mr. Connor?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Mr. Groen?
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Keene?
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mr. Slater?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Chairman Smith?
Yes. Administrative business matters. Dr. Brown, requests for new and updated job descriptions.
Chairman Smith, in front of you, you have just our normal protocol I'm bringing to you. Not positions, but new job classes and job descriptions for your approval.
Okay, need a motion to approve those new job descriptions.
Motion to approve.
Need a second?
A second.
Got a second? Any discussion? Mr. Groen, your light's on, but it's been on for some time. Okay, thank you. No lights? Okay. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Black?
Yes.
Mr. Connor?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Mr. Groen?
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Keene?
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mr. Slater?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Chairman Smith?
Yes. We have several policies there that are a first read, and we'll have an opportunity to discuss all those at our policy meeting.
Okay, can I make a move to pull 4.304 high school
We-
athletics?
Absolutely. You can discuss that right now if you want to. Go ahead.
What you discuss? Which one?
4.304 high school athletics, because it is under first read, and so I know we'll probably discuss a little more at the policy meeting, but maybe a heads up of what has come to my attention anyway. I just received a call today from a lacrosse parent, and they were having trouble fielding enough players. Excuse me.
Oh, I was going to say, it was somebody in my district. I don't know if you want me to.
It's the same thing.
Oh, Kathy
yeah.
Troxel?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, plays for OHS anyway, an OHS parent. And they moved lacrosse to the spring, and that's a girls' sport, and they've added flag football. So there are, Steve, correct me, 5 sports that females can play in: lacrosse, flag football, softball, tennis, and track. So, whereas they did not, excuse
What
me?
school?
It's a
At
homeschool
Udawa
student.
High.
She's
Well,
a homeschool student.
okay. but they're having trouble now because of all the competing sports and getting enough players. And I know our policy states now, the new, I guess, the current revision, where homeschool people in the zone are able to participate in the school sport. But this is something that was suggested to me, and I think it's a good suggestion. If a neighboring zone or a neighboring school in the area does not have that same sport available, that maybe a homeschool person, I'll say like from Central, I don't know of any particulars right now, could play lacrosse at Ooltewah. Central does not offer lacrosse.
So what the wording is saying right now is that a homeschool student will play with its zoned school, but the wording does not say that if that school does not offer that sport, where they can play. So we'd like to add into the wording that a homeschool student can play with their zoned school if the sport is offered, but the closest school to them if that zoned school does not offer that sport. And that's
I'll ask Tim James to look into it. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, we're part of TWAA, so we have to follow their policies. I'm not sure off the top of my head what that would look like.
Right.
It's something that we can take to them and ask them to revise. I think it makes sense when you think about a school that doesn't have that sport. But between now and March, when we have the policy meeting, I'll have Tim James contact TWAA and see what options are available, and then just bring those back in options.
I can answer that.
Go for it.
The rule actually just says in the LEA. It doesn't even say the zone school.
No, the zone part
Is ours.
Is ours.
Right.
I'm talking about if you've got a student like that's already played a sport at a school. I mean, there's more to it than just this one sport, and that's what I want to make sure that Tim looks into.
Tim does look into them, and it's a case by case is kind of the way he does it because the TWSAA allows it. So we can tweak it, but on a case by case basis is maybe what we need to say is a case by case basis.
But the policy, as read, says in your zone school. So, you know, it's not there.
I'll have Tim bring back options and just make sure the policy allows as much flexibility as what's allowable in TWAA, and we'll bring back some revisions that you can discuss in March, and then it'll be, second read on the March board.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. You want to speak to this policy? You want to speak to another one?
Yeah, I had mine on, but I turned it off. I'm sure one of the ways that we can do this is with the same way we do co-oping. So, like, CCA doesn't have enough kids for a lot of sports, so they co-op to different schools. You know, CSAS and Tyner play football together. I'm sure that there's an option in that same vein. But.
Okay. Ms. Jones, you want to speak to this policy or something else?
No, I want to speak to another policy.
Okay, let me come back to you. Larry, you want to speak to this policy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
In Colorado, I even knew there was a sport there that it took 3 schools for them to adequately field a team. That means with enough extra players, because fielding a team that's needed 11 and you only have 12, you're at a distinct disadvantage. So that's what happened where I was teaching, not in the same district, but in the metro. So there were actually 3 schools got together to form a team, and that was one of those exemptions. So just letting you know, this has been done other places for a long time.
Okay. Mr. Slater, you want to speak to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know, just like Justin said, this is a TSSAA deal, but you got 5 girl sports in the spring. If you're playing softball, the coach is not going to let you play flag football or lacrosse. So what Felice is talking about almost has to be done, even with a big school. It has to be done.
Okay. Ms. Schaefer, this policy?
Sorry, I took a bite. I wanted the board to know of something that's currently in the legislature. This is allowing homeschool, but there is a bill that passed through the House committee. It's going to the Senate committee, allowing private schools as well that have less than 200 students to play with our with the public school. So it's going to expand this. Legislation is looking at expanding this beyond just homeschool.
Okay. Now, any other comments on this policy? All right, Ms. Jones, you want to speak to another policy. Go ahead.
So I want to make sure I understand the policy 5.04, sorry, 5.1042, educator diversity was pulled from item C. Sorry.
You just moved to first read.
And
so
moved to first read. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Board matters. Okay.
That's right.
Move to first read. So I want to make sure of that first. And then I think, well, not I think. My question is, when you look at it, it's all rated out. So the first read is to get rid of it.
We can discuss it. I plan to discuss it further, or we discussed it pretty fully in the last policy meeting in January, and we have a policy meeting coming up March.
I know
5th.
that's not my question. It was the recommendation to get rid of it. I know we had a meeting in January.
The whole thing's redlined, and a point that I plan to make, and I'll make right now, is that there are, diversity is mentioned in quite a few other policies, and I'll bring that to attention as well. And anyway, so yes.
Okay, so would it be to get rid of it because of the word, or to take out the word diversity?
I choose to wait till March 5th to discuss it. And can I make a motion? Can I make a motion?
No, because I'm reclaiming my time because it's my time. So you put your phone thing on and get ready to talk. But right now, this is my time.
You asked the question.
I know, but I'm asking it aloud. So you can't make a motion in my time. So you put your thing on and make a motion. And I've been here long enough to know how this goes. So I know that's how this goes. Okay. So I think, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
I think my question is, or my concern is, and I'm going to ask it now so that if people in the community have a concern, they have time to come and speak to it. Okay. So is it, and I know all the laws and I get all of that with the word. So is the concern to remove the policy and what it means, or is it the verbiage? Because if it's a word, are you following me here?
I'm with you.
Okay. So that's my question to you, Mr. Chairman. Do we know if what is the, or should we just the community should just come on March the 5th and ask all their questions? They can't ask questions at that meeting, right?
I would think at a policy meeting that
because I got calls about this today, so I'm just asking because I want the community to hear.
Yeah, I think generally we don't allow for any dialogue. I have seen, and I'm stumbling here, Ms. Jones, because I don't know how to answer your question other than to say that I have seen what's being proposed, and it's all being redlined. So what that says to me is that we want to do away with that policy, is what that says to me. Now, I could be totally wrong about that. And
so will we be coming up with, Bennett, do you know? I mean, will we be coming up with another policy to support students seeing various types of people? Because I know the word, I know where this is going, and the people know where this is going, and the people are calling, and especially teachers and educators that this applies to, they're calling. And so I just want, not trying to create a mess, but this is creating a mess. And so I just want people to be able to know when they can come and speak to whatever they're speaking to, because all types of people aren't just people of color. All types of people are disabilities, physical, mental, education. I mean, all types of people, and variations are a lot of things. And so when you get ready to scratch a policy that could be a lot of your staff, what does that look like? Bennett?
If you're asking me what the practical...
What's the legal precedence for this is what I'm asking you.
If you're asking what the practical effect of the policy, of this proposal would be to rescind that policy.
And then we would create a new one?
Well, that would be the pleasure of the board. Now understand, the policy exists in part because the state required us to adopt a policy that spelled out what the administration would do to pursue diversity. there's nothing either in the rescission of this policy or anywhere else in the board manual that limits the authority of the administration to pursue highly qualified educators wherever they may be found.
That sounds real good from your law class, don't it?
Well, it's
okay. I'll wait till March the 5th when the people come.
The policy's being rescinded, but if the board approves this proposal, the policy's rescinded, but it doesn't tie the hands of Dr. Brown to do his job.
You mean Dr. Roberts?
Well,
But Brown is HR technically.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, no more lights. Yeah, Ms. Black, go ahead.
This is to Mr. Bennett, or either one. If the state requires us to have a policy like this, how can we rescind it?
they did require, but
Okay.
that law was itself repealed, and the state board
That's right,
rule
it
that
was-
required the policy was repealed.
Okay. I just want clarity.
Okay.
I'm on that. My light on.
Yeah, you're on, Ms. Jackie.
All I want to say again is reiterate again, if people would do the right thing, it wouldn't be a need for a policy such as this. But as we all have seen, people don't do the right thing, even though the board, when it comes to qualifications, if people are qualified for things, you still don't consider them. So I'm just saying, I know this is the culture that's happening in this nation. So we'll discuss it. Not that it's going to mean anything, but I do want to say again, once again, if people would do the right thing, we wouldn't need this type of policy. It would never have needed, because those people of color, of disability, and all of the various things that this policy may cover are well qualified, sometimes overqualified, but neglected to be selected because of who they are, who they know, who may not know. So if we do the right thing and select people's qualifications and all those things, I probably on March 5th would agree with police this doesn't, but the reality is that does not exist in our nation right now.
Okay, no more lights. So, Ms. Schaefer, I believe you want to speak to policy 6.702, is that correct?
Yes, so this was included in the agenda, and it's a first read. It's a new policy. We don't currently have a policy that governs the student clubs and organizations from curricular versus non-curricular type clubs. So this was brought to me on behalf of principals asking for some clarity in how to approach these different types of clubs. So this, again, is just a first read for this board. Mr. Bennett is actually still probably going to maneuver this a little bit more and give us some edits before we look at it again. But again, this is brought from principals' concerns.
How many principals?
Well, my principal, I only
Just one
speak
principal.
to my high school principal in my
I'm
district.
just asking the question, if it's a lot of principals that has this concern, will we need to create a new policy, or is it just one principal?
Well, he speaks to others, Miss Jackie,
I
and
mean,
so.
I'm know it's the man from East Hampton. I'm just asking, Jody, honestly, I don't know.
That is
I'm just
inappropriate. That is
Yeah.
inappropriate to accuse my principal of anything.
You always
He
bring him up, so
speaks
you made him
because I represent him. That's why I bring him up. No, I represent my administrators. He is my only high school administrator, and I will speak to represent him
Okay.
and his concerns.
All right.
And you will not accuse him.
You just told him.
Point of order, point of order.
Well, once again, that my question was not to create this. I just wanted to know, Jody, when you talk about how many principals, I didn't know if they met or what that looks like. So you're bringing this on behalf
I
of
cannot
the
tell you
principal.
how many he has spoken to. I can only tell you who I represent.
Okay.
And it is a concern brought, and it was not a policy that we already had, and so it is a first read as the proper procedure of bringing first reads.
Okay. Dr. Robertson, you wanted to weigh in here?
Yeah, I just need clarification because we do have a policy. And so I'm asking Mr. Bennett, like, to me, this was a revision of 6.702.
I think this is actually intended to be a somewhat different policy. One of the things that Ms. Schaefer and I were talking about is that there's a distinction between curricular and non-curricular clubs. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to have guidance that helps folks understand, okay, we have a curricular club, what does that look like? When does it meet? We have non-curricular clubs, What does that look like? When does it meet? And what are some of the considerations? And so one of the things that we've been talking about in the interim from when this was first proposed is really how do we want to harmonize the understanding so that there's clarity? Because I think, as one of the folks who spoke earlier this evening, there's not a lot of, I think on the inside, we're well aware of the things that we got to think about between equal access and other issues, but maybe folks who are applying for the clubs don't necessarily know what we're looking at. I think also one of the things that Ms. Schaefer was concerned about is how do we have input, and of course the principals have the authority to talk to different people to form, I guess to assess is a good way to put it. But so my thought here is we're obviously going to have to take 6702 and harmonize it with this. And
Why is this red line? Why is what's in front of the board, there's black and then it's red line?
That was for Mr. Bennett's revisions to what was originally sent to him. So
I'm pulling up
the language is, I mean, just the first, like you look at the first line, it's almost the exact same language.
Yeah, we're looking to harmonize and clarify curricular and non-curricular and some of the considerations that the school administration are.
So is this replacing 6.702?
Not yet.
What is it? What was the policy?
It's a work in process.
6 point.
It's a work in process. This is first read, and one of the conversations we've had is where is it going to go and what is it going to look like at the end of the day? My suspicion is that we're going to have 6702, which deals with curricular issues, but the real issue
It's not
here
just
is
curriculum issues, it's clubs and I mean,
right,
it literally
right.
is-
Which deals with if you look at student clubs and organizations, that first line is, you're right, it's exactly the same. The question that I think has arisen is what do you do with non-curricular things and what are the guidelines? And that's one of those things that I'm looking forward to talking to with the board at the policy meeting, because there are some schools that don't have non-curricular clubs. And if you open the door to have non-curricular clubs, once you do that, you've opened the door for everybody.
Yeah.
And so that's a consideration that frankly I think the board needs some briefing on. Just they need to understand that there are some First Amendment implications to opening the door towards non-curricular clubs, because once you do that, you've done it for the entire school. And I don't know that that's a conversation that we've had at this level. You and I have had it when we're talking about people who are applying to things, but I don't think that the board and I doubt the public necessarily understands that.
Well, and if that's where we're going, we probably need to confirm what you just said, because I think that all of our high schools have what we would call non-academic clubs.
Well, but it wouldn't be just high schools.
I understand that. But
So if you're looking, for example, I know that Ms. Schaefer's talking about the high school. If you think about some of our elementary schools, some of them have non-curricular clubs and some don't. That's a school by school decision. And I think the reason this is a first read is because Mary and I continue to have some questions about, well, what is the board intending to do? What is the purpose of this? And so because of those questions that we need to have, and I just need to have a conversation with board members, what is it that you want? What are we trying to safeguard? Anyway, and one of the conversations that I had mentioned to Ms. Haddon by email is how does this work alongside a federal statute called the Equal Access Act? So truthfully, there's a lot of stuff that we still need to talk about, which is why this is first read. And your questions, Dr. Robertson, highlight that we have some more work to do on this.
Okay. Mr. King, you want to speak to this?
Yeah, and I think one of the questions that I have toward it, I mean, curricular clubs, quite numerous. It could be an art club, a drama club, 4-H, anything that somehow relates back into the curriculum. And the non-curricular, such as Fellowship of Christian Athletes or whatever, are we talking about in this policy clubs that are going to be taking up class time or clubs that are offered before school, after school?
So that's exactly what we need to talk about.
Oh, okay, okay.
Dr.
That's-
Robertson's question really just sort of pulls back the curtain. There's a lot of stuff that we still need to talk about. The proposal asks lots of questions, but the nuance behind what has been submitted is complex. They're all questions that the board can answer. It's just a matter of that we need to know what you all want so that as we move forward, we can put some pen to paper.
Okay.
That's why it's a first read.
Okay, no more lights on that policy. So policy 6.206, growth, capacity, enrollment management. Mr. Daughtry?
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Just in continuation of our last board meeting, part of the policy did stipulate that Dr. Robertson would come, bring in a report that essentially provides a good data set for the school board to review all the schools across the county as it pertains to current capacity. As you'll see, his team has done that here, and I'll let kind of Dr. Robertson just walk through the report. But the intent is just to provide this to the board so they have it, but I'll let Dr. Robertson share any insight as to his approach.
And, yeah, I want to make it clear this is a rough draft, and we're putting it in front of you to get feedback. The thought behind it from our perspective was to put it in a format and actually do it as we're doing your enrollment reports of just making it an every month thing. I know the policy says every October, but we've already got this format that it was very easy just to put the pieces of new policy in this report, provide it to you every month. That way you've got it and it's updated. The one thing that we're still working through is the second year capacity. So I'm not sure that we're where we need to be there. We've got some work to do. I think what feedback we're wanting to get from y'all tonight is this format. Are y'all good with it? Does it make sense? And of course, we'll work on some better process for that second year enrollment projections.
Maybe by community, would that be better? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
probably by district, right?
yes, by district, maybe.
That's a good idea. So instead of putting it all just in alphabetical order, we'll break it up by, District 1, District 2. That way you don't have to go searching for yours.
Okay.
Yeah, well, just last thing, I want to thank Dr. Robertson for putting this together, because I think at the end of the day, this does provide the board with just better overall visibility across our school system when it comes to capacity. So it is enlightening to see it on paper. I count 14 Tier 1 schools. So I think it's obviously, as we spoke about last month, I think it's a healthy conversation for us to have as a board. And this is a great tool now that we have readily available to look at it from a strictly numbers perspective. So thank you, Dr. Robertson.
Thank Ms. Moody.
Okay.
It's an
Thank you,
excellent
Mr. Moody.
report, excellent.
Always Miss Moody behind the scenes.
If it's a
on something like
spreadsheet,
that.
it's Ms. Moody.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Or Mary Ellen.
Okay. All right, that takes us down to events and announcements. Before we get into that, I think I'm right in what I'm about to say, that tonight will be Dr. Stewart's last meeting with us. Is that correct? So I just wanted to, from my perspective, take a minute to recognize you and thank you for your service to our district, and you'll be missed. And we wish you Godspeed. Now, we're still going to be working together. I mean, that's not going to change, and so we appreciate that. But Dr. Stewart, we thank you for what you've done for us.
I'll still make you a Christmas ball next year.
Okay, in the way of announcements, are all printed there. I'll quickly, March 5th, Policy and Finance are going to meet together. As you heard earlier, March the 12th is our quarterly meeting. That's a little bit earlier because of the break. March the 12th, 4:30 work session. And then 6 is our regular meeting. March the 13th is the end of third quarter, half day for the kiddos. And then March the 23rd is a professional development day. And Gary, I believe you got a couple things you want to mention there.
Yeah. First one, we're going to have a D9 and D10 are going to work together and have a community forum meeting on March the 2nd at 6 o'clock at the Harrison Center, the old Harrison Elementary. We'll be working with our county commissioners, and that's from 6 to 7:30. So any District 9, District 10, or anybody that's interested can come to that. Second thing, I had a wonderful day today. I was at Snow Hill Elementary watching Central High School students teach Snow Hill Elementary students about community, about occupations, and also just about learning and knowing themselves better. And it was a neat little thing. They partnered with our Junior Achievement Program, but Central has started this teaching as a profession class that Tyner started years ago, and it's really starting to catch on. We now have Brainerd High School, Central High School, Lookout Valley, and Soddy Daisy, along with Tyner, all doing this. And I saw some really promising teachers, but there was a couple of them. There was one young man that just really stood out, and he's going to be a pediatrician. And he went in to work with these kids to better understand young kids. He says he doesn't have any siblings, so the only kids he sees are his own age or thereabouts. And I just thought that was neat. So,
Okay. Anything else? All right, thank you. We stand adjourned.